Welcome aboard Dre Sanchez Airlines. On behalf of our entire flight crew, thank you for choosing to fly with us today. We're expecting a smooth and comfortable flight, and everything is lining up nicely to get you to your destination on time. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey as we take care of you at 30,000 feet. We truly appreciate you flying with Dre Sanchez Airlines and hope you have a pleasant and enjoyable flight. Once again, welcome aboard and thanks for joining the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Dre Sanchez Airlines. On behalf of our entire flight crew, thank you for choosing to fly with us today. We're expecting a smooth and comfortable flight, and everything is lining up nicely to get you to your destination on time. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey as we take care of you at 30,000 feet. We truly appreciate you flying with Dre Sanchez Airlines and hope you have a pleasant and enjoyable flight. Once again, welcome aboard and thanks for joining the stream.
Alright, what up, fam bamaronis? Capital G, capital O, capital D. Thank you for waking me up and blessing me with all the resources that I have today. Big up to wifey and kids on the rotation, man. Of course, big up to my boy D Champ. Let's get inside because it is 100% a little loud out here. And we need it to be a little bit more quiet, man, for our operations. So, guys, we are going to be headed from Dallas-Fort Worth to Phoenix here in this Airbus A321 by Fenix Simulations. We're at Inibuilds DFW, and we'll be landing at BM World's Phoenix Sky Harbor, guys. We're looking for one leg here. Flying time's about 1 hour and 54 minutes. So let's get straight into it, my G's. I got my cords over here a little tangled up, man. That's no good. All right. So without further ado, man, let's come up to the front here and let's get the music shut down. We do have some ATC, so we are gonna get it. We've already got our pre-departure clearance and we've got departure ATIS here, so let's go and take good care of what we need to do. First and foremost, let's verify. It's the low battery, 20% remaining, dismiss. So we're gonna have to get this thing some power. Let's come here and let's import our flight plan. Dallas-Fort Worth to Phoenix. So we're good there. Let's go ground services, and we got GPU chocks, left door open, of course. All right. So let's provide the aircraft with some necessary power. Get nav and logo on. We will arm those emergency lights. No smoking is on at all times. And let's get our IRSs, all 3 of them, into the nav position. And currently the aircraft is in its test, so let's make sure that our throttles are in the idle position. The flap lever is up. The gear lever handle is down. Okay, let's come down here and request our initialization. We're going to go to the initialization page, or the famous init, and we're going to request our sim brief flight plan, which really would be a PDC. And we're going to be doing cost index of 75. Flight number is American 318, as you guys already know, my G's. And let's look and see what our cruising altitude is. So let's come over here to our rusty dusty pilot brief here, verifying this is in fact it. 6th July, Dallas-Fort Worth to Phoenix. Sweet. Alright, so our cruising altitude is going to be 340, or 34,000 feet, for spectators that are not so as inclined to know all the aviation terms. Now we're going to come back here to our mass and balance. Verify that the fuel 21852, I know it's a little bit of back and forth, but this is what we got to do. Make sure we got the right flight plan, and we're looking for that block fuel 21852. Okay, perfect. So we know that we have what we need. So we're going to load the aircraft, and we'll give it so we can get out of here. We're just going to do basically instant as far as loading the aircraft. But, and you can see there's our max takeoff weight still in range. And our center zero fuel weight limit still in range. So we are looking good. We got 187 planned, 187 boarded now, with a total of 21,852 pounds of fuel. And again, we're just doing this so we can kind of expedite things. Let's also be mindful here and get our, see them out there on the tarmac. Get our PAC-X going here. 187 A321. We are in-flight entertainment system. We can play some boarding music, of course. We'll jump up with 7. And we'll get that started. My G's. There we are. Now, of course, we need to put in our 0613 squawk code. Okay, we got 0613 on the squawk, and let's go ahead and get our departure ATIS 35925. And we'll switch that over.
Fort Worth Center, good.
8,500 scattered.
We are ready for
25,000 scattered. Temperature 37. 2.18. Altimeter 2990. Simultaneous parallel traffic departing runways 17 right. 18. Notices to air mission HOTAS in use. Operate transponders with altitude reporting mode enabled on all it is. Advise on initial contact. You have information Yankee. Dallas Fort Worth International Airport departure information Yankee 2253 Zulu. Web 200 at 10. Visibility 10. 7,000 scattered. 8,500 scattered. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 37. 2.18. Altimeter 2990. Simultaneous parallel traffic departing runways 17 right. 18. Notices to air mission HOTAS in use. Operate transponders with altitude reporting mode enabled on all airport surfaces. Advise on initial contact. You have information Yankee.
Okay, guys, so clearly
Dallas Fort Worth International
Yankees
Airport departure
current. Somebody's trying to communicate on Unicom. That was the other guy. So let's go ahead and put that altimeter of 2990 in, so we're not far off of it. So 17 left, or excuse me, correction, 17 right. We'll see if we can get 17 center. We got to come back to that to finish our initialization, but we want to come here and take a look at our charts.
JetBlue 2147.
Let's look and see here what we have. Stars. We are departing on the WestTex 2. So let's get a little look here and see what that kind of looks like here. First and foremost, let's take a look where we're at in the field. So we're going to be, okay, 17 right's fine. Here's 17 center, 17 right. So that is perfect. 17 left is way over here, so 17 right is the optimal runway there. And departing 17 right, climb heading 176, intercept course 184 to cross Larne at above 5,000, then on track 235 to Gig'em. Then on track 265 to Rabbit from 17 right. And of course our transition there . Okay, our transition is going to be CCAN, as you can see there. So we come right back over here to charts. And let's look and see what that looks like. So here at WestTex, instead of continuing on track 250, passing the fix, we're going to go 262. And from WestTex to CCAN, it should be 50.1 nautical miles. until we get to that transition. So that's perfect. So now we know we have 17 right. And we got CCAN, so we can start doing that. Let's go back and finish our initialization here. Okay, we've got 0 fuel weight, 148,000.9. So we're going to round that up to 149.0 and 25.1.
At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bin, and your small items are underneath.
And we said 27.1, I believe.
Please don't hesitate to
Let us, and I'll check you guys out here. No, 25.1.
After you put your
Correction,
carry-on items in the
25.1.
overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also, be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get
25.1.
If seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating
149,
responsibilities
25.1, 149, 25.1, and of course we're going to come over here and verify the fuel. We're going to say we got 21.9, so we're going to round up.
During the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Alright, 21.9, 149, 25.1, and the weights for this aircraft, they're all in pounds. For our departure, we did decide on 17 right, based off of the ATIS. We're taking the WestTex 2. And the WestTex 2, we already decided we are going to transition CCAN. Another thing we need to do, folks, here, since we are taking the job of a tube liner today, we're going to get out of our general aviation mind and get in here. And let's see here. Okay, this is going to give us the routing here. And let me see. Here's our weather. Let me see if we can go. See what that's a summary. Okay, flight log. This is what we need. We need to familiarize ourselves with any of these points. So if we get a direct 2 on the departure, we know Larn, Gig'em, Rabbit, Lind. And so we'll keep this up on our departure. Just in case they reference something, we'll be able to come here on the flight log and reference which waypoint it is on here. Because sometimes they say a waypoint, you don't necessarily recall that it's on an airway or something. So that's why we're doing that. And don't worry, I'll check you guys out in the chat here. I just want to get us up and out of here, and then we can talk in the air. Okay, let us use our client here quick so that I can figure out the landing runway in Phoenix. We'll see what those winds are doing. Then we're almost out of here, folks. So runway 26. So runway 26. Let's go back to charts here. And we'll come here to Phoenix. We'll see the start. We're arriving on the ping 1. So first and foremost, we need to kind of take a look and see what that entails for our arrival. And there's Jaggle. Okay, so I fly into Phoenix quite a bit, so we'll do a runway 26 transition starting here at Bradley. We're gonna take a track 326 and start heading up on this arrival. And as you can see here, that's confirmed here from Bradley on track 326 to par and on so forth. Expecting ILS or localized runway 26, so we'll take that from Jaggle. So now these things are getting easier. So now we can just come straight here to Phoenix because we do know what runway we are anticipating, even though that could change en route. Winds are always available to switch. And of course, we're coming on the ping 1.
We're ready to go when you are.
Okay, roger that. Driver, bada bing, bada boom. And let's see, did we ever choose our runway? Which we did, okay. Alright, let's insert that. Now we got to come down and look at our transitions because we don't want jaggle to happen twice. Okay, see there's jaggle. So perk, finap, jaggle. Perk, finap, jaggle. Now after jaggle, and this is loaded in here already because it was already anticipating that we do that, we should go right into prun, they'll say. Prun. And I guess on this arrival there's nothing after, so there's prun. Let's make sure that's supposed to be at 3 grand, and it is. And there's where we get the Maltese cross right there. We don't really need to reference dels because that's basically very short final from our ILS indicator here, which is India Charlie Whiskey Juliet on a final approach course heading of 258. So we have no more discontinuities that we need to worry about. And then the only thing we need to worry about, since we are departing from Dallas-Fort Worth, is to figure out exactly where we're at on the field here. Alright. So departing looks pretty easy. We can do a pushback, maybe tail right, nose left. Pretty simple taxi, 17 right, then we're out of here. So let's go ahead and get our departure performance in. 17 right, one way is dry. We'll do flap configuration optional. We don't need to force toga, so we'll probably be able to do a flex takeoff. Ice will be off. It's nice and warm. Packs will be on. And here's the weather. 20010, that's correct. It's information Yankee. Altimeter is 29990. The weather has been synced. Now we need the takeoff weight. But what we can do is just load this. Takeoff weight 170.2. So 149 plus 20.9 looks pretty good. 20 plus 49 would be 169 plus one more 170 plus the 9. So we're just adding the fuel to the zero fuel weight, and we're roughly getting what we need here. So I like that. Oops. And then 25.5% for the percentage of the takeout weight, so that's good. So let's go ahead and calculate that for runway 17 right. We've got 157, V rotate 169, and V2 169 as well. Flaps 2 up 0.8 as far as the trims. So let's go ahead and send that to the MCDU. And now when we go to perf, we've already got what we need here, so we don't need to do anything. Alright folks, it's time to close the door. Let's check our time to get out of here. Okay, expected departure 18 minutes. We're still on time. That's cool. Alright, so let's do ground services. We're going to close the door, and we're going to get off on those chocks and cones for now. Since the air... Oh, one final thing we need to do too, guys, since we are on ATC,
ladies and gentlemen,
is we need to take a look at...
With service to
that's not what I wanted.
Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 52 minutes. Please note the cabin doors.
We need to look at the top altitude here.
Make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not
10,000.
already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap.
The tray tables and seat backs must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure. Cross-check, verify.
10,000 flight directors are on. Altimeters look good. Just get fuel pumps on. And let's get passengers in seat. Let the staff know I'm starting up the APU, and we will have imminent departure. Alright, let's read the PDC, and let me check on you guys really quick since you guys are awesome. D-Champ, we said, is here. James Johnson is in the house, man. Spawning, man. What is good with your fam bama Rooski? Captain Will, big up. Bravo Foxtrot Mike, my G. And James, Spawning, Will, and D-Champ, man. Here's a big salute for you boys. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, fam bama Rooskis. Alright. Not quite available yet, but when she comes available, we will 100% get our APU bleeds on, our bleed air. So in the meantime, we've already got our squawking. I'm doing well. How was your 4th of July? Okay, spawning nice. Alright. Let's make sure ATC hasn't bugged out on us. Fort Worth Center, 35-175. Okay, bleeds can come on. And external power can come off. Okay, we need 135 and 175. Alright, now let me look at the instructions. Let's see, departure, advise with spot number, and for taxi, let's go out and see what spot number we're at. Charlie 8. Charlie 8. And good evening.
Fort Worth Center, Delta 1719. Doesn't look like I'm going to make it to Cedar at 16,000. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, Delta 1719, you can disregard the arrival profile, but then maintain 5,000.
Down to 5,000, Delta 1719.
And good evening, Dallas-Fort Worth Center. American 318 here at Dallas-Fort Worth, Charlie 8. Information Yankee, and we are ready to push and start.
I push back your discretion at DFW.
Okay, push at our discretion. Talk to you soon, American 318. Just had to make sure, because he told another guy that he needed to talk to him, but he may have been on the active taxiway, so that's cool with me. Alright, ground services. Let's get rid of that guy there, and then let's get on these charts here. And let's get on the airport. And, of course, time to activate GSX. Let's see, we can operate the jetway. Okay, I guess it's gonna hang there for a second. In the meantime, let's request push.
Delta 1719, flying heading 190.
And there goes the gate.
Vectors for your descent. Expect visual approach by 179.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get our transponder on, and we'll do TA for now.
Heading 190 and vectors for descent.
190 vectors for descent, Delta 1719.
Alright, we'll get the rest of our systems on.
Delta 1719, it was a visual approach 17 center.
Departure checks completed.
Visual
Bypass
approach
pin inserted.
center, Delta 1719.
Alright,
2147, 1200.
let's go ahead and get our beacon on. As we are preparing for pushback, Fam Bamaronis. And let's see. Nope, we don't want that. I don't know why it's asking for that. And of course, let's get you guys the overhead overlay on. Yes, it's hot over there. What's up, Greg? Good to see you, my G. It's always good to have the Airbus experts on, Will and Greg, because I don't fly Airbus all the time. So if I should go left when I should have went right, y'all let me know. Here, let me do something on my camera too here really quick. Let me just make sure the autofocus is off. Boom, boom. Okay. Got it. Good, good, good. All right. We're going to do nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please.
All right, you guys.
That was really quiet. I didn't get any of it taken.
All engines clear. Start at will.
All right. Welcome aboard, guys. American 318, full service to Phoenix Sky Harbor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration.
Angry 2-1, Fort Worth Center, just so I can confirm you want VFR flight following northbound.
To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt...
Angry 2-1, roger. Departure frequency with me, squawk 6250. Do you have a requested altitude?
We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence.
All right. Let's go ahead and start the right engine. Bleeds are confirmed on. All fuel pumps are on. Let's get our ignition on here.
Delta 2971. In the event
Alright, Angry 2-1, 20 seconds. Delta 2971, Fort Worth Center. Hello, radar contact 30 miles north of Little Rogers.
Secure the elastic band behind your head. Tighten the straps if necessary.
Delta 2971, Fort Worth Center, radar contact 20 miles north of the Little Rogers VOR.
If you're traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on.
All right.
Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life
and Angry 2-1, which MOA did you say you were going to be operating in?
When instructed to do so,
excuse me, we're getting ready to get that ignition.
Flip it over your head.
Whoo, listen to that bad boy kick up.
Angry 2-1, you can call me for taxi.
Inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red.
The diet altimeter 29907.
If your life vest does not inflate automatically,
just go ahead and tell them a good engine.
Mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelt
Pinga's in the house, ma'am. What is up, my young G?
We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law.
All right, we do have the first engine 100% available. Starting number 1.
And let us know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us.
Now we have one engine available. We're going to be able to start hooking up our departure. Let's make sure we're getting a good ignition on this left side engine here.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
We'll wait for about 25%, and we should start seeing some juice come in, baby. Fuel flow's increasing. FADEX system's working. Okay, right at 29. N2's alive.
American 2988 Fort Worth Center. Hello.
Let's go ahead and get terrain on our NDs. Get our navigation displays correct. And as that engine's starting up,
47 radar contact altitude.
We're going to go flaps 2.
7,500 climbing the KDFW 2147.
Delta 1719, turn right heading 290.
And we'll get our weather systems on.
Right 290.
Auto, looking good. And get that set. We got 2 good engines available. Missing system can come off, back to the normal. And 02 up is where we should be for our trims. Okay, 02 up. And I'm sorry, flaps 2 up 0.8. While we check. Okay, pitch trim 0.8, 0.8, and we are set for flaps 2. Let's go ahead and go for our flight controls check, folks. Pull up. Pull down. Aileron left.
Runway 16, taxi by
Aileron right. Neutral. Rudder right. And rudder left. Neutral. And toe brake will tap over there. Flight controls check is complete. Now we can go to our takeoff configuration. And we'll check the cabin. Let's go ahead and get these bleeds off.
2971 to stand by
APU can
to
come
reach
off.
arrival, DFW altimeter 29990.
Perhaps we should have turned around the other way. That's fine though. Fort Worth Center, American 318 information, Yankee pushback Charlie 8. We are ready to taxi.
American 318, Fort Worth Center, runway 18 left, taxi by a Kilo, Zulu Golf, Whiskey Golf.
Okay, roger that. Per ATIS, we are actually requesting 17 right, or is that unavailable, sir?
Yeah, I can do that. American 318, runway 17 right, taxi by a Kilo, Echo Golf.
Okay, 17 right, Kilo, Echo Golf. Thanks a lot for the help, American 318. Yeah, ATIS was definitely... ATIS definitely gave me that. Why would he run me over there? I don't know. Well, we're not taking it. We're not gonna take it. All right, let's get a fit check here. All right, looking good there, Phoenix. Looking good. All right. All right, guys. Once again, welcome aboard. Let's get out of here. Flying time today is 1 hour and 54 minutes. Full service to Phoenix Sky Harbor. Takeoff configuration is normal. APU has been turned off. It's just cooling down. See, our best bet would be like Kilo 6.
Left 270 down to 3000.
Let's just come all the way over here and go straight out and pick up Kilo. So we'll have a flex takeoff. Let's make sure we got good flex temp in there.
If you require additional lighting, there is a reading light on the panel above you.
Okay, flex temp 54 confirmed. Flex takeoff is on the books, my G's.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel. This is his first officer in life, his wife, and I would like to extend a big thank you to all of you for flying with us today. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and always be courteous to other passengers on board. We appreciate all of your support and hope that you will join us each stream.
And again,
as
this is
we
Inibuilds,
the channel together.
Dallas Fort Worth, nicely done.
Positivity and information
We are
sharing
rocking
is always welcome.
the Phoenix
So
A321.
please, do not hesitate to add your comments
We
in
have
the
Chase
chat.
Plane on board,
Once
as well
again,
as FS
welcome aboard,
Realistic
and
for
we
our
will
effects.
get you to your destination safely. Thank you.
Alright, you guys. Altimeter is 29990. Cleared up to 10,000 on our departure.
Delta 1719, thanks for your patience so far. DFW, that's your 11 o'clock and 13 miles performance rate.
We'll call.
Delta 1719, turn 20 degrees to the right.
20 to the right, Delta 1719. So the site up at 1719.
Alright,
Oh, 1719.
a little sidestep here to stay on kilo.
Script visual 17 center, good land 17 seconds.
Alright, all cross traffic is clear. Okay, here's the sidestep.
Agreed 2-1, wind 110 at 4, on course approved, runway 16 start to take off.
Okay, Echo Golf will be the second one. Okay, first one should be like Echo Romeo. Or Echo Hotel, correction. Okay, Echo Golf is next here. So start toe braking. Fort Worth Center, American 318 on Echo Golf, holding short, runway 17 right, ready for departure.
American 318, wind 200 at 10, RNAV to Laren, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to Arn, or correction, Larn, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff for American 318.
And someone else called, who was that?
Alright, final
American
is clear.
432, Fort Worth Center, hello.
Alright, taxi light all the way on. Okay, en route timer to run, chronometer. Flex man SRS 54, takeoff power set. All lights on, of course. Airspeed is alive. $80 knots. Stable. Remember, V rotates about 168. And we're very heavy. Center line, 140. 150. And 160. And rotate. Positive rate. Gears coming up. Ooh, she a little bumpy, boy. First stage of flaps. Climb power. Flaps up and clean.
Center, hello, red zone 866 on the ground at Alliance. Looking to get our clearance to Philly.
Yep, ignition's off. It's looking good.
Red Zone 866, Fort Worth Center, hello. Cleared to the Philadelphia International Airport QSO 3 departure. Loose transition that is filed. Maintain 3000. Expect flight level 3910.
Alright, spoilers off.
Departure with me.
Speed is picking up. Terrain off on ND.
Alright, we're cleared to Philly via the QSO 3 departure Luce transition. Climb 3000, squawk 237.
Alright, we're just going to hand flyer.
Departure with you, red zone 866.
All right, gear up, flaps up.
Correct. Just verify the loose transition.
Rejected takeoff is extinguished.
866.
Spoilers are disarmed.
Taxi.
Okay, and at Larn, we're going to make our right turn here.
47 Delta 1719. I accidentally.
He hasn't radar checked me yet, so I'm just chilling.
So the 2 asking about being called?
Delta 1719.
Okay, we should have a left turn coming up here.
Okay, Delta 2971, negative, I did not call you.
All right.
November 680 Juliet, Fort Worth Center, say again. November 680 Juliet, cleared to the Lake Tahoe Airport via as filed. Maintain 12,000. Expect flight level 470 for your final. 10 minutes after departure. If you can do that, if not, I'll give you lower, but I can't do 460. Departure is with me, squawk 3660. Juliet, read that correct, and you can accept 470? Roger, yeah, if you can't do that, I'll have to take you down to 430. That's the next lowest one I can offer. But yeah, you can call me for taxi at East Tex, and we'll go from there.
7,800.
Juliet, Roger, you have a preferred runway?
And there's those clouds that they were talking about on the METAR.
Roger, runway 13.
Getting a little bump. Little bumps there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go on autopilot. Hand it over.
Parking, cross runway 17 right.
That was for Delta 1719. You got stepped on.
Delta 1719, Mike, Echo Lima, Kilo to parking, cross runway 17 right.
Mike, Echo Lima, Kilo to parking, cross runway 17 right, Delta 1719. See ya.
6432 descend via the Fever 4 arrival, DFW altimeter 2990.
I would ascend you to Fever 4 2990.
And who's trying to call?
American 700, ready for taxi at Alpha 14 with information Yankee.
American 700, Fort Worth Center, runway 18 left, taxi via Zulu, Foxtrot, Whiskey Hotel.
Complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to
taxi runway 18 right via Zulu, Foxtrot, Whiskey Hotel, American 700.
American 700 is runway 18 left.
Runway 18 left, copy. Sorry for the confusion, American 700.
Four.
318, radar contact, stay altitude, climb and maintain 17,000.
We are 10,000 and we'll climb and maintain flight level, what was that flight level, sir?
17,000, please.
Up to 17,000 for American 318.
Bravo Mike Tango, you have an approach request into Addison?
Okay, so he's paying attention. Let's get our
Bravo Mike Tango, that was nothing but static, sir.
landing lights off there. Runway turn off.
Sorry, if we can request ILS runway 16 will be perfect for Bravo Mike Tango.
Bravo Mike Tango, Runcher, you can expect the ILS 16.
Alright, you guys, we are doing good.
ILS runway 16 for Bravo Mike Tango.
And Bravo Mike Tango, flight present, heading vector to the final.
Alright, my G's. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy off. And we are
Bravo
out.
Mike Tango, flight present, heading vectors for the approach. Bravo Mike Tango.
Do you hear me now?
Yep, I got you now. Present heading vectors
As
for the
we
approach.
continue to climb to our cruising altitude, The captain is requesting that you continue to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened. Lavatories are available at this time, but please be aware that we may experience unexpected turbulence. Additionally, please be advised that the boom boom room is now open, and if you are flying along with Captain Dre, he requests that you monitor boom boom room comms on frequency 123.45. In the event that there is active ATC, please be sure to tune to the required frequency while monitoring boom boom room comms on comms channel 2.
Yes, Greg, it's
2988, are you parking on the east or west side?
Thrustmaster Sidestick and Thrustmaster Throttle.
No, we're parking.
I thought about getting the rest of the throttle part, but I don't really need it for how much they want.
Expect visual 17 center.
Yeah, that's right. Boom, boom, room, my G's.
American 318, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Up to flight level 340, American 318.
Forward center, English 21, Swift activation, west level 1 mile, swing block out.
All right, 340 in. We're going to continue our climb here. And so far, everything is looking good. Let's check our status page. All right. Recall. Everything is normal.
It'll be blocked between 9,000 and
we're going to keep the seatbelts on for now.
Roger, Ingrid 21, clear to operate within the confines of the Westover 1 MOA 9000 block flight level 180.
The old boom boom room, my G's. The old boom boom room. You guys got it.
Well, Mike Tango, can we get vectors for ILS runway 16 final?
Okay, you guys can see here, Sikan.
Bravo Mike Tango, affirmative, you can expect
and
that.
we'll keep moving here.
Flight present heading vectors to final. JetBlue 2147, descend and maintain flight level 190.
And now that we are off the ground, we can go to TARA for any traffic avoidance. Boom, boom, boom.
Iberia 6165, radar service terminated, frequency change period, both of you.
$16,400.
Climbing
1,500 feet per minute. We are about 1,400 until we get to transition.
Southwest 4306, Fort Worth Center, welcome. Radar contact 46 miles north of the Plainview vortex. Delta 2971, turn right heading of 140, descend main, or correction, 130,
okay, less than 600 feet.
4,000, vectors to final.
Right 130 down to 4 for...
and there we are, headed to our transition point.
Radar contact lost.
Okay, nice transition there, folks.
And 0 Juliet, I'll give you a better shortcut here. Clear direct, Wichita Falls, VOR.
Clear direct,
Alright, standard across the board. And we are almost off of the departure, as you can see here. So this chart will no longer be needed.
Fort Worth Center, American 700, ready to go, runway 18 left.
And we could switch this to the world map.
700, RNF to B Parker by 18 left, clear for takeoff.
Just to let you know where we're at.
American 700, RNAV to B Park, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 700.
Alright, optimal climb, very modest at 1,300 feet per minute. Let's come down here and double check progress. Destination fuel, we're still scheduled to have 9,300 pounds. We'll keep it on our direct here just in case we get one of those directs there. In the off chance he wants to be generous.
And Angry 2-1, advise frequency upon MOA exit. Radar service terminated. Change the taxi for frequency of 3. Sorry.
Alright. We are doing good, my G's. Greg Silly, the A1 violator. That's us, baby. Lo que pasa es que el boom room se quede el boom room. No, papá. Sí, se queda el boom room, pero no hay gente para hablar. Alright, let's get a look at this thing. Skip it to the sky.
American 9702. We're going to try this again.
It's nice.
We're ready to taxi with you.
Angry 2-1, Fort Worth Center.
Alright. Let's make this.
American 9032, Fort Worth Center, everybody 18 left, taxi via Golf with the Golf.
18 left by Golf with the Golf for 932, so good.
Delta 2971, DFW, 12 o'clock and 15 miles, coming safe.
Delta 2171, 2971 heavy, we got the airport inside.
2971, clear visual approach 17 center.
Clear visual 17 center, Delta 2970. 2971 heavy.
Level 1321 Albuquerque's offline radar service terminated. Frequency approved. We'll see ya. Southwest 1321. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Southwest 1321. Happy birthday. See ya.
Double 2147, contact Memphis Center 132.55, we'll see ya.
5265,
You too. Angry 2-1, Fort Worth Center.
2-1.
Angry 2-1, sorry, radar service terminated, Squawk VFR frequency change advisory approved, and just, you're looking for a flight following when you're ready to exit the NOA, just advise its frequency.
Alright, I don't know if you got our fences call a while ago, but we'll call you later.
Oh yeah, I didn't get anything back.
All right, we are still cruising along. 16 minutes into an hour and 54-minute flight. So we roughly have still an hour and 30 minutes and some change here. Yeah, just cruising right along, man. Really, nothing of concern at all. We're expecting some nice weather as we travel over, which we can also check as well. We want to kind of check as far as when the flight plan was done. you can take a look at the weather charts if you would like. You know, and you can see here there's nothing significant on the weather chart, so that means that we are expecting relatively smooth skies. Here's notices.
American 2988, turn left heading 150, join the runway 17 center localizer, sorry.
Alright, 150 and join 17 center localizer, American 2988.
American 9032 and 16018, our next delay, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
Running Blair, quick takeoff for 1.
Alcapurria yo, no Alcapurria en el 4 de julio que tuvimos. Nada más una escena muy simple. No fui a sacarne nada, me quedé en la casa, papá, todo tranquilo. Es que mi esposa no, pues más o menos odia a 4 de julio porque no le gustan los ruidos que hacen los cohetes. So, aquí en la casa, en realidad no me acuerdo qué comimos. ¿Y tú, papá? ¿Qué comiste? ¿Qué hiciste? All right. Still climbing out ever so gracefully here. At only 800 feet per minute, but now we have less than 1,000 to go, so then you can see our E-tops here to where it would make any sense to go back anymore. It makes sense to go forward and find another alternate.
Forward center for the 2901, requesting off I can for the Newark outbound and feedback
American 2988, center maintain 4,000.
I'm down 4,000 for American 2988.
Is that a final altitude that we could make 470
Yeah, it's going to be 430 or 470.
Could we get 430 above final altitude?
Yeah, and remember, Juliet, call me 430.
430, and Delta West American 952, passing 2,200 direct low.
American 700, climb maintain flight level 340.
Climb maintain flight level 340, American 700.
American 2988, do you have the DFW airport 1 o'clock and 15 miles in sight?
Oh, we have the airport in sight from American 2988.
American 2988, clear visual approach 17 center, runway 17 center, clear to land.
Run 7 center, clear to land, American 2988.
American 9032, radar contact, climb maintain 17,000.
And we'll be in Fort Worth Center's airspace for a little while longer than we're out of there.
67, Fort Worth Center, you with me?
Getting into Arizona, we should be looking for gate A24, Alpha 24.
Adult 20, different hello, your radar contact over the Wiley Coast COR.
$28,000 feet, 6 to go. As you guys can see, much louder in the cabin. Bistec con papas, que chévere. I see, Greg. That's what's up. A321 Neo lumbers in the climb where the Neos rocket up. I see. Yeah, we got that slow climb. But every now and then, slow is good. You guys know about that slow wine. Saw them kids get there. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Greg, you kind of were complicit in that joke too. You know, you helped me set it up.
I expect the visual 17 center emergency 432.
All right. All right.
Delta 2967, descend via the Victory 2 arrival, DFW altimeter 2990.
Right. Neos. And we're not talking about the singer either.
Delta 4306, descend via the Jeffrey 5 arrival, love altimeter 2991.
So we're flying real time, getting kind of dark here in the cockpit, so let's make sure we got good lighting turned up.
Delta 2971, taxi via Mike, taxi via Echo Mike, and Kilo to parking, cross from I-17 right.
Echo Mike Kilo, cross 17 right for Delta 2971.
All right, she's climbing slow, but nonetheless she is climbing on her optimal climb here to our altitude, which we've selected here.
American 2988,
34,000 feet.
Terminal are you parking at?
We're parking at Charlie 27.
Roger, American 2988, you can taxi via Echo Mike and Kilo to parking, cross from by 17.
Go ahead and get our little tray out.
Okay, Echo Mike Kilo parking and we're following traffic in front of us for American 2988.
Element, yo Dre, I'm not really the kind of person to get here and be like this, but please keep me in your prayers, bro. Going through it recently. I'm gonna call you Element here shortly. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Always gonna keep you in your prayers, my G. And you can always do that with me, Element. And you never have to worry about that, my G. Yes. I am no problem making a prayer, sending you best wishes however I can, my G. You always welcome to hear anybody that needs help in life or a little support. Because I know I need it about every day. And as men in this world, sometimes you can feel like you don't, especially when you're a provider and everyone's always looking up to you, you can feel like you're doing everything and you don't have any support, but you always got us, my G. And ultimately, some of the times, man, I feel like it's just me and capital G, capital O, capital D, keeping it a buck. So, hey, whatever you need, my G, I got you, homie. Yes. Yes, thank you, James, too. Oraciones para ti, papá, y tu familia, y la situación que tienes ahora va a pasar como siempre. Dios nos cuida. Sí, Dios nos cuida, papá. Oraciones vamos a hacer. Y todo va a estar bien, papá.
Center Red Zone 866, we're ready for taxi at Alliance.
Absolutely. All the way, my G, for real. For real.
Red Zone 866, runway 16 left. Sorry, runway 16 left, taxi via Hotel Alpha Mike.
16 left, Hotel Alpha Mike, Red Zone 866.
All right, so you guys can see here what we're doing. We got Glendale here.
High 20 degrees left, down to 4,000, American 432.
We're clipping right on, heading to the west.
That's not just for our book, it's 432.
Airport Center, American 932, is that 17,000.
1,000 to go, folks. 1,000 to go.
American 932, sorry, I thought I'd give you higher. Comment 300.
Upgrades is your planters.
Once we complete our climb, we'll take a look at top of descent information. We'll get some tunes on.
And red zone 866, just advise.
And we'll keep it riding as we travel to the west.
What's that for red zone 866?
Yeah, just let me know when you're
headed to green lights area
Gotcha, we'll call you.
in Shadow Dark. Those boys are Phoenix boys, Arizona boys. Alright, just waiting for us to get there. You can see our vertical speed indicator arresting the climb, or indicating that our climb is being arrested and neutralized for level flight. And when I say level, that doesn't mean our angle of attack is level. You can obviously see here the difference between the horizon and where the nose of the aircraft is pointed. The angle of attack is slightly higher on the nose so that we keep that good lift. All right. We are at a nice cruise. We still have 15,760 pounds of fuel on board. So now that we're going to double check our fuel, let's first come over here to our pilot brief summary and fuel. We need 12,973 pounds to get there, period. For our alternate, we need to have at least 6,549 pounds. So all we have to do is come down here and look now. Estimated fuel on board at Phoenix is 8,700 pounds. So that'll clearly tell you we have more than we need for our alternate. The alternate is Tucson. We'll burn 3,687 pounds of fuel should we need to head to Tucson for an alternate field. But I'm highly doubting that we need to do that, just simply because the weather looks pretty good. All right, kind of quiet on them airways. I'm thinking maybe time for some tunes.
Yeah, number 2, that's fine, I'll be when you're back. American 6432, turn left heading 210, intercept by 17 center localized.
Alright, left heading 210, intercept 17 center local, 432.
American 6432 on the roll at DFW Airport, 11 to 12 o'clock and 15 miles, reporting safe.
I've got the field in sight, 432.
American 6432, clear visual approach, by 17 center.
Clear visual 17 center, 432.
That's 866. Roger, flying runway heading, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
All right, 31 minutes into our hour and 54-minute flight.
American 183, Fort Worth Center, runway 18 left, taxi via Golf, Whiskey Golf, and San Francisco. Golf or Whiskey Golf.
we're doing that 830. Passing 706.
American or United 3806 Fort Worth Center, radar contact over the Leona VOR, climbing tape up 390. American 6432, wind 160.08, runway 17 center, clear to land.
Clear to land 17 center, American 6432.
Red zone 866, radar contact, stay altitude.
Passing 2000, red zone 866.
Red zone 866, climb and maintain 17,000, turn left heading 0, correction, turn left heading 120, vectors to torch.
Climb and maintain 17,000, left 120 for vectors, red zone 866.
Starting our in-flight meal service. Please look in your seat back for our menu, and one of our crew members will stop by shortly for your order. If you'd like to order additional menu items, you may hit the flight attendant call button at any time, and we would be happy to.
Hopefully soon here we'll be to our own reconnaissance.
Red zone 866, clear direct torch.
Clear direct torch, red zone 866.
American 183, runway 18 left, line up and wait for traffic over the top.
So we are flying real time. Let's look and see. On top of descent is 120 UTC. Here, let's figure out what the time is. So descent is literally in 58 minutes. Because 0020 and the descent is going to happen at 120. 0120. But we literally got 58 minutes or so until we descend.
American 18 or 183 on that T-Rex for my 18 left, clear for takeoff. Delta 2967, expect visual approach runway 17 center, the DFW altimeter 2990.
Visual approach.
Delta 2967, just confirm runway 17 center.
Runway 17.
Welcome back, sir. Angry 21 Fort Worth Center right in.
Excuse me.
Angry 21 radar contact 25 miles southwest of the Wichita Falls DOR. And you said you're heading back to Dias?
We're headed south.
Angry 21 roger. Angry 21. The Shepherd altimeter 299. Red Zone 856, Papa maintain flight level 390.
Cleared 390, Red Zone 866.
American 6432, cross runway 17 right at Echo Mike, and where did you say you're parking? American 6432, you can join Kilo to the ramp, we'll see you. Elastic are flying Fort Worth again. Okay, all I heard was technical difficulties, the rest of it was all muffled. Just stand by. American 183 radar contact, stay altitude.
Soon as we get out of his airspace, I'll take a quick break. I'm just
American
waiting
183, climb and maintain 17.
a few more minutes to make that transition, and then we can all keep cruising,
Okay,
take a break.
Fenix calling about technical difficulties, what are they? I can't resend it, it's not a feature. If you reconnect to VATSIM, it should resend it. If not, I can issue you a voice clearance.
Nunca. Hey, love. Good to see you, baby. That's for my wife. Even if you can't hear it at work, you gotta turn down.
Good evening, Concord Air 531, flight level 400.
En realidad, nunca. Sir, you must stay up on the curtains. People will pay the big bucks. I actually had a flight attendant tell me that when I got off these. That's funny, man. Oh. The funny thing is, I know Greg, all of us, we could afford first class, but I'm not about to spend that same money when I can fly coach and be just fine. So I never have flown first class. Ever. Not unless I'm actually flying the plane, small plane.
American 183, climb maintain flight level 290.
¿Y tú, James? ¿Has volado en first class? Several times, he says. Nice. Did you get those steak dinners, Greg?
FedEx 2901, Fort Worth Center.
The high life up there? Hors d'oeuvres?
For departure, basket transition as filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency with me, squawk 0560.
Probably if, you know, money wasn't a thing and it wasn't just wasteful. Yeah, I'd absolutely ride in first class. And of course, if you got it like that, where you could just, then you got it like that. I don't have it like that.
Correct.
Right? I hear you, Greg. Yeah, because Greg is, if you guys haven't met Greg in person, this dude is a giant. And I'm the exact opposite. So I can completely understand that, Greg. For real. Oh, I see. Food is overrated. I bet, you know. Because it's still airline food. How tall are you, Greg? Like 6'4"? Over to the dark side. We appreciate all your help. Have a good one. Happy Monday for American 318.
See you later.
All right. So we're off to the dark side. We made it. On to Unicom. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, I was close. 6'3". 6'3", okay. I see. Now the upgrade's not bad if it's $100 just to go to first class, and you got it. That's good. Because Greg, you do a lot of flying, man, so I'm assuming you get some serious miles on something. You're always somewhere. I see you somewhere all the time. Yeah. Oh, and James, you're 6'1" yourself. Okay. Nice. So, James, you're tall. Guys, and I'm 5'6". I am what they call vertically challenged. No, but it's good. I'm 5'6". I'm down there with Blue. There we go. But the thing is, I normally, even right now, I'm short and stocky. That's the thing. So I'm built to lift. My brother and I. Give us something to lift, we can do it. And I'm not a bad runner, as stocky as I am, but because I had to train to do that. So, yeah. Got to work with what the Lord gave you, you know? I do appreciate you guys keeping the chat fire. Yay, Will. It's all good, Will. BFM, baby. I for real got to get up with you guys, man. It's not that I have not wanted to be interactive. It's just been a lot going on, man. And, you know, as men, we got to, you know, keep that focus. Keep that focus. Yeah, Will, you still got me beat, though. You know. But, yeah. And I'm hoping, because, you know, my other son, who's 16, pushing 17, he'll be 17 this month, he's already taller than me. He had a big growth spurt. And my youngest son, who's 11, he's almost catching me, so hopefully he's tall, because I do have tall people in my family. My dad is 5'10", 5'11". I got my height from my mom, and I actually look like, I favor my mother on the looks. So she had some strong genes. But I always tell my kids, hey, I got everything. I'm happy with my life, always have been, high self-esteem. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping and praying, because as men, we always want our kids, as parents, we always want our kids to do better than us and be better than us. So if my sons are way taller than me, they can be tall. Good job. Right. Hey, not when I'm around, Will. Not when I'm around, Will. I'm the shortest. That's okay. We'll be your bodyguard. Yeah. Thank you, James. I appreciate it. Hey, hopefully at this age, James and Greg, we don't even need bodyguards, because we're just making smart moves up here to reduce any risk. And the funny thing, pretty much everyone I've ever, because I did a lot of fighting in my life, personally, squabbing, and a little bit, not professionally, but in tournaments, martial arts tournaments. My parents used to be there. So I've done a lot of fighting. And the dudes that I hate to fight are my height. I don't like fighting I prefer to fight somebody taller. We'll help you film content. Now somebody like Greg, if I'm going up somebody like against Greg, I'm just gonna have to run. That's a big dude. I'm gonna be really diplomatic. And like I said, never be in that situation at all. I remember when I was 10 years old, we had left Alaska and moved to Indianapolis for about 10 months while Fort Benjamin Harris was open. I didn't know anybody. My dad normally kept us a house, but just because we were there for a very short amount of time, we lived in like a condo, like an apartment. It was a nice one. It was 2 stories. Anyway, nonetheless, I was in the 4th grade, and it was just me and my brother growing up. He's 3 years and 9 months older than me. And so anyway, so we're difference in grades, obviously. I'm hanging out, you know, because back in the day there was no internet, nothing like that. So I was outside playing, and these kids, like 6 of them, 2 grades older than me, took my wallet. And one of them was, you know, way taller than me. They were 2 grades older, and you guys know adolescent boys, the growth spurts are way different, you know. They were in the 6th grade. I was in the 4th grade. They took me wallet. I went home crying. My dad literally told me, and I'm not even going to sugarcoat the words. He said, "Get your ass back out there and don't come home until you get the wallet." So literally, I had to go outside, and almost height difference, me to Greg, this big guy. He had my wallet, and this was before I even knew martial arts. You know, he stood in front of me. I knuckled up, and I threw a Hail Mary. I don't want to call it a hook because it wasn't nice and tight. It was more just like a Hail Mary, almost like an overhand. Because he was so tall, it was an overhand. I hit him right in the ear. He fell like a sack of potatoes. I grabbed my wallet, boop, took off, waited in the house for about 2 hours. Went outside, I didn't see him. Great. About 5 minutes later, I saw him walking down the street. So I turned around to take off, and he goes, wait. So I waited there for a second, and he told me, "Hey, man, I'm sorry for taking your wallet. I'm hanging with the wrong crowd. I shouldn't have been hanging with those guys," and me and that kid never had a problem again. And then I left Indiana. Thank goodness. Because I had to keep my eye on that boy all the time. So, but then, shortly after we got stationed in Arkansas, my dad was at a place called Camp Robinson. We lived on an Air Force base because there was no Army base, even though he had a duty assignment there. And that's where I became very proficient in Taekwondo. And then getting into my upper teens, I took Jiu-Jitsu, Kunibaha Goshindo, Aha, which is an African martial arts kind of based off of dancing. Kunibaha Goshindo is an aggressive form of Jiu-Jitsu. And of course, I took Judo. I took Judo and then went into the military, learned how to shoot and basically kill. And realized through that whole journey, the more I learned martial arts and fighting, the less I ever even became engaged with anybody to fight. Because really what you're doing is you're nurturing your brain, you're nurturing your risk assessment, and you're nurturing your threat assessment. And the best fight that you win is the one you never end, my G's. Skadoodle skedaddle. But sometimes in this life, especially as men, you will have to lock horns. And every man should know how to enact violence when necessary, but always remain reserved, humble, and gentle unless necessary. That's my PSA for the day, my G's. Gotta keep it humble so you don't rumble, because if you do, you might get beat and then you will crumble. I'm just kidding. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. All right. So let's go ahead. We're almost halfway through the flight. 320 miles. The Zulu time in which we will descend is 0121. Current time is 0038. So roughly, minus 17 off the hour. So we're looking at roughly about 43 minutes of flying until it's time for top of descent, folks. Not really, James, but thank you, man. Gracias, papa. Gracias, papa. Believe it or not, I used to be in a music band back in the Army. It was called Nation of a Lost Tribe. So guys, we're doing good. Let's do one more fuel prediction to make sure we're not draining fuel. Still estimated fuel on board 8,600 pounds of fuel, which is 2,000 pounds above what we need for our final reserve. In case we have to make an alternate to Tucson, we will do so. In the meantime, my G's, the police is not on. No ATC right now. On our own recognizance. Let's take a little break here. I'm going to jump out of the flight deck for a second. You guys hold it down. I'll be back with you guys shortly. right, bam bam Maruskis. Boy is back out of the galley. Let's get ourselves straight here. All right, still cooking right along. You can see here right at 160 nautical miles or so. About 1 mile difference. We got our top of descent still calculated for 0120 UTC, which is in 8 minutes. 8 minutes. So the closer we get to top of descent, we will 100% get the information we need. Let's take a look. Okay. FinApp to Jaggle. This is essentially where we transition off of the standard terminal arrival, the ping 1, as you can see here. And then Jaggle is the initial approach fix and transition point on the ILS 26. Let's go ahead and check that weather. For sure. Just going to use the client here. Fort Worth Center still on. I'm impressed. Okay, guy's probably trying to get his hours for sure. Okay, as of 23:51 Zulu, so still about an hour old. The winds are 270, so directly out of the west, 8 gusting 19. Ouch. Flight level 240 to flight level 300. There's some clouds. There's 10 static miles. Statute miles of visibility. That's a good thing. There's a few clouds at 10,000, a few clouds at flight level 230 as well. Temperature is 44 degrees Celsius. Altimeter is 2974. We're going to have to update that here in the next few minutes once again, because that information is about an hour old and we should be getting an update, but we got a few more miles to go. But if that holds true, runway 26 will be in there. Let's make sure we get our minimums. Oops. A little turbulence out there. Okay, guys. Minimums, radial 250, barometric 1385. I like radio, so we're going to put 250. For the decision height. The winds are very gusty. 8 gusting 19. Nice long runway. I'm assuming we can land configuration 3 with an approach speed of 147. We'll get all that figured out. We'll get the QNH temperature and all that put in once we know for sure what the final weather is. Eso es muy gracioso, James. Ellos ya sabían que iban a estar haciendo con este nombre, chichis. Ojalá que están grandotas las tortillas. Gracias por compartir eso con nosotros, papá. Seguro, seguro. All right. Let's continue with our arrival. So we'll be making Jaggle here prior to us getting to Jaggle. This is what it looks like here. We're going to confirm after ping that we're going to Bird Day, Par, Pucker, there it is. Par at 12, 230. Par at 12, 230. Perk 8 and 9, 210. There we are. Now usually I like to be at the lower end of the authorized altitude constraints, meaning I would really prefer 210 at 8. Here I would really prefer 230 at what, 11? Or at 10. I prefer to be lower than higher on my, just in case. Just in case. Let's look at the CTAF for Fenix. CTAF is 1209. So the 1209 really is for the runways on the southern part of the field. 7 left, right, 25 left and right. However, we're on the other side, and that's what it is on VATSIM, but it would be this frequency, even though we're landing on this. So we'll do 120.9. .1209, and then up here we're gonna put in .122.8. So when we switch over here, we'll switch it over here because sometimes people aren't following the protocols. Of being on the correct CTAP frequency versus using Unicom like the way it used to be. Oh man, excuse me. Let's see, what else do we need to prepare for? Not a whole lot. We got our minimums. It's probably too far out to verify the radio navigation stuff. Okay, it does have it in. India, Charlie, Whiskey, Juliet. Final approach course 261. So it's in 1175. 1175. Now the final approach course is off, but that's because by the time this chart was made in 2019, there has been magnetic deviation due to the poles shifting. So that's why it's no longer 258. Final approach course will be 261. We'll put this information in if we had to, but because this is an Airbus, it's already in there. So we'll just do just that. So we have 100% confirmed the frequency, and then final will agree upon that slope. glide slope 3 degrees, and these are the speeds that you must do and the feet per minute that you must be achieving on your descent. So if you're at 100, you'll do 531 for your vertical speed on your descent. Excuse me. 120 here, so obviously between those 10 degrees you would just figure out, you can almost see that's 100 degrees or vertical speed of a difference. So just if you add 10, you would do half of this. These are the type of lights that there is. We got poppy lights, rail system. Oh, I love these charts. Excuse me. A little low on oxygen. Okay, we should be right about at about 78 or 79 miles to go. $75 to go. I was flying in Charlotte earlier to do some testing, Greg. I was actually going to fly from Charlotte to Baltimore, but decided I wanted, because I want to fly real time, I flew over here. But yes, I did fly. I was in Charlotte earlier today and even downloaded that scenery, bought that scenery today, Greg. That is correct. Que chévere, que chévere. James. And aquí en California hay nombres graciosos también aquí. Por ejemplo, tenemos una calle, es 2 horas norte donde estoy localizado ahora. El nombre de la calle es Panoche Road. Oh wow, I don't know how VATSIM got that. Probably because I did a flight plan from Charlotte to Baltimore. I wasn't even planning to come to Dallas, Fort Worth, or Phoenix. But once it got a little later in the day, I decided to switch it up. But I'm eventually going to do the flight Charlotte to Baltimore. I have those sceneries as well. So I probably did that because I am logged in to VATSIM radar, and I'm logged in with my VATSIM ID. So somehow it probably crossed over. Let me see. Yeah, right now on mine it just has me Dallas, Fort Worth to Phoenix on VATSIM radar, and it's showing the line and everything. Alright, so let's take a look at the METAR. We got 59 to go, so let's get the METAR, and we'll very shortly here get the music cut off. See if we got an updated one. Then we'll look up our gate. Okay, good. We've got this information as of about 22 minutes ago. The winds are 260, 12, gusting 17. So we do have an update. So we're definitely not landing full flaps with those gusts. Temperature is 44 degrees. Very warm in Phoenix. And the altimeter is 2972. 2972 26012. Of course, it's gusting 17. And transition is actually 18,000. I don't know why it gave us a 5. We're landing configuration 3. So when we land configuration 3, there's some other things we got to do. We are literally going to come up here and we're put landing flap 3 on so that we don't get any extraordinary callouts, and it will also come up here as a message to let you know your GPWS warning will not start screaming because you're not at flaps full. So we're all set up. We got a V approach speed of 147, V ref of 142. And we got 30 miles. We're just going to get this ready, but we're not going to play with the replay right this minute. All right.
From the entire flight crew, we once again thank you for traveling with us. We will begin our descent shortly and would like to remind you to place your seats in the upright position, stow your tray tables, and surrender any trash to the flight attendants as they prepare the cabin for arrival. We would also like to remind you that your viewership is highly valuable to us and always appreciated. If you would like to increase your support of the channel, a donation link can be found in the video description, along with other ways to stay connected with the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel and this airline. We hope your flight has been pleasant and look forward to seeing you all for your future travel needs. See you on the ground.
Just to let you know, on this approach, things do happen very quickly. It's a very quick happening between your transition from the star onto the approach, and then things happen very quickly. Let's go ahead and get our bottom altitude in here. Okay, we got Jaggle at 4,000. I'm going to establish the bottom altitude since we're in an Airbus at 3,000. That'll give us enough time to get established. And the altimeter is going to be 2972. And we already have the radio frequency of 120.9. Alright, so we're supposed to park at like Alpha 23, so it'll be on this side. So we're coming off here, so we need to pass the Sierra taxiway on Charlie. Alpha 23. Let's make sure that's what it is. Yeah, roger that, Greg. Shows you took off from BW and then went to DFW, probably stayed long. Okay, so what it did is it connected everything. So it must have assumed I finished a flight from Charlotte to Baltimore. I never even flew up to Baltimore. I was maybe 10 minutes into the flight, then I cut it off. So I never went to Baltimore, but the flight probably shows there. And then because I'm flying again, it must assume I flew from Baltimore to Dallas Fort Worth. That would have been me flying all day. It didn't happen. So that's crazy. That's crazy, man. All right. All right. We're starting our top of descent now. Phoenix traffic on Unicom, American 318, Airbus A321. Now vacated flight level 340, descending on the ping 1. We are 12 nautical miles east of Bunker. Expecting transition at Jaguar runway 26 full stop Phoenix. 20 miles out, we will switch over to CTAF, Phoenix surrounding traffic. Alright. We're watching the speeds here. We may need to deploy some brakes. Getting some gusts there. All right, let's also take a look at runway distance, 11,000. So nice and long runway. Even landing where we're at is good. So let's go and make all of our concessions. Sometimes that camera is kind of snappy. Okay, drive runway 26. Apply the METAR. 280 at 10. That's a little off, so we'll need to square that away. And according to our perf, it's 260 at 12. Temperature, very, very bumpy here. 44 degrees. Let's check everything out here. Okay, roger that, Greg. Oh, I see, Greg. Yeah, it did. Greg was just showing me. Wow. He just was showing me the route on. He took a screenshot. Yeah, and it does show the line coming from there, then coming down. That's crazy. Appreciate that, Greg, for you sharing that, my G. 260, 12, 2972. Okay, runways dry. Auto throttle on, flaps 3. Let's do brake medium. And let's go check our current landing weight. Our gross weight's 1576. One 1.576, so 157.6. Okay, so it looks like we got it. Okay, there we go. All right, 20,000 feet. Let's go ahead and arm our equipment. We just did our spoilers, are armed. We're setting brake to medium. Excuse me. We're almost to transition. All right. 2972 across the board. We'll go ahead and turn our constraints on. We got 6,000 to go. Okay, we got 230. Here we got 250. We're riding speeds. Again, we need to get it extra on point so that we get our arrival. Flaps 1, 235. Flaps 2, 215. Flaps 3, 195. And she is bumpy, folks. All right, you can see that sucker just bouncing around. I like it. So we are on our way in, my G's. Alright, normally at 10,000 is when they get the landing system on, but let's go ahead and activate that now on both sides so that we're prepared to receive our cues from our lateral and vertical navigation. Okay, we're about 30 miles out to the final, but I'm going to give a little holler one more time on Unicom and then we'll switch it over. Let's make sure we're still on Unicom. We are. On Unicom, American 318 continuing descent on the ping 1. We are 5 to the south of par. Fix on the ping 1 arrival. Expecting transition at Jaggle for runway 26. Full stop. Alright. That's our last call. Phoenix traffic, American 318 first report on descent on the ping 1 arrival, overhead par and 2 nautical miles, expecting transition onto runway 26 full stop, Phoenix Sky Harbor. Okay, let's do our checks. Let's go ahead and get our terrain on the ND as well. We're almost at 10,000. Medium auto brake is set and confirmed. Ground spoilers are armed. Our MCDU information is in and confirmed. We're going to keep that up. And we'll keep the flight plan over here. Runway 26 in there confirmed. We've already confirmed the navigation information as far as the frequency and the final approach course at 261. We are landing configuration flaps 3. And we have an approach speed of 147. Because we are landing flaps 3, we've already confirmed that we've already turned the GPWS system to recognize we are landing flaps 3. Give them a little ding. Don't forget, our first stage of flaps can come in at 235. Landing gear extension speed is at 250, so we're good. And we're coming up. Let's go ahead and get lights on. We're one pilot. And last thing we got to do is turn on our nose gear.
We have begun our final descent into Phoenix. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position.
Retired firefighters in the house, man. Good to see you, my G. Good to see you as always.
Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Alright guys, this is where it's going to come in. It's going to happen really quick. Really quick. Phoenix Sky Harbor, American 318, 9,300 overhead perk on the ping 1. 2 waypoints until we transition at Jaggle for runway 26 full stop. Alright folks, let's go ahead and start our recording. You know me, we're only doing one flight today, so it's going to be quite the recording. Okay, recording is started. Remind me to stop it when we get there. Okay, we are in fact confirming what we saw in our NavRad information. We've got the India Charlie Whiskey Juliet identifier for the ILS 2611 111.75 is the frequency, and the final approach course heading is 261. We have 18.5 miles. We already have our minimum set radial for 250 here. And the aircraft did not slow down, so let's take a hold of the speed, because we need to slow this thing way down. And let's get some brakes out there. We need to make the turn no faster than about 190. And let's check our managed speed, and I will land with the managed speed. The 207 Jaguar 183. Yeah, I like that. So, and it already actually activated itself. And we're going to go speed check. Flaps 1. Okay, we got managed speed. We got flaps 1. I don't know. I'm not going to do the managed speed, man. It's still not giving me what I want to do here, so let's speed check flaps 2. And Phoenix traffic, American 318 is now turning to final. We will be overhead Jaguar here shortly, expecting full stop runway 26. Okay, let's get off that 30 degrees, activate localizer. Localizer is captured. And we can go right into the approach mode. And we're just waiting to get the glide slope. Let's make it so we can catch it. All right, here we go, folks. Very bright. And so something is obviously going on with this aircraft. We had armed the approach. It blew right through the localizer. But now we're going to just basically come up. All right, folks. Landing gear's coming down. Okay, now we can stay here until we catch it. Manage speed. Flaps 3. Here comes the glide. We got approach armed. There's the glide slope has been captured. And we're on a 5-mile final. And Phoenix traffic, American 318, 5-mile final, runway 26 full stop. Our aircraft. All right, manage speed. Flaps 3 indicated. We're good to go. Just for you, Greg. Very gusty.
1,000.
Check. 900. Check. Check. Continue. A little bit of a floater.
Perfectly judged touchdown.
All right, center line, a little hop with those winds. Reverses are out. Speed is bleeding. Still center line with a little hop. And reverse free. And auto, we're toe braking it. And off to the left we go here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Phoenix. The local time is
and Phoenix traffic, American 318 has vacated runway 26. Will be merging onto Charlie into the ramp stand Alpha 23 for Phoenix.
And the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during
Welcome
the
to
flight.
Phoenix, guys.
We thank you for flying with us.
Hour and 56 minutes. It was a center line with a bounce. Those winds, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Nice center line landing, guys. Very windy. You guys saw how bumpy it was, man. This FS Realistic keeps it 100 real, y'all. Welcome to Phoenix. All right, let's make sure we get that bleed on. We can get wing off, and let's get that taxi on, which we never did. There we go. We'll get the MCP back up to where she needs to go. 10,000. And don't forget, just past the arrow, we're going to pull in. Alright, we can get that terrain off the NDs now. We did it, y'all. Thank you, Retire. I appreciate it. We'll watch the replay and see how it replays to Phoenix. Okay, you can see here we're basically coming to this concourse here. It'll be just past Sierra. It'll be this one here. All right, folks, we can get that back on for the next crew. Get our landing systems off. And for now, we can go flight directors off. So Alpha 23 is on the right side of the concourse. Oh, I should say the east side of that particular concourse. Not a bad flight. Weather worked out with us just fine. Okay, we're coming up on Tango, then Sierra. Then here's our concourse. Okay, that's Tango. And this is BM World's version of Phoenix Sky Harbor, you guys. Okay, this is Sierra. So this is our concourse here. I don't know what planes Microsoft decided to draw in here at these gates. We're looking for Alpha 23. Pardon me. Excuse me. Kind of a quiet night here on VATSIM. It looks like we might be able to get our gate. See what we got here. Alpha 22. Here's Alpha 23. All right. Now, normally I could have had GSX plan it up, but that's okay. Alpha 23. I'm glad Microsoft decided to have it open. It'd be nice as a feature if they would allow you to type in what potential gate you think you're going in once you depart. That way the simulator, and you'd have to do it maybe beforehand, I don't know. Rose up. For some reason we got no movement here. Just trying to ease up. Honestly, I don't know what happened. It's like frozen. You guys see that? Why would it be frozen? I don't know. Strangest thing ever. There we go. Now we're moving. Must have been a little glitch in the matrix. Alright. Little abrupt stop, but that's what we're doing for now. We're not even going to shut it down. We're going to just basically get the parking brake up. It's like we never cleaned the aircraft up. There we go, guys. So that's it. We're going to leave it running and get right into the replay since we had that little faux pas. I want to make sure that the replay runs right. So we got to turn all the lights on. And welcome to Phoenix, my G's. Alright, boom, there we go. Let's freeze that up. And let's stop the replay. Or the recording, I should say. And let's get this off, me off, then this off. And let's get into it. I got to disconnect from the network or they'll be extremely upset with me. All right. All done with the networky. Landing gear definitely warm. So I think on the Fenix you gotta kind of know when you did the flaps and all that stuff. All right, you guys, we did it. I appreciate everybody riding on board. And yeah, let's hope there's AC in them terminals, man. Yep. Soccer matches in the house. How'd the U.S. do? I know last time we were losing. Some very strong turbulence on the way in. I don't think the passengers appreciated that. All right, y'all. Man, it ain't looking too hot. It is not looking too hot, my G's. It's all good, though. We can't win everything, man. So, on my father's side, I'm Cape Verdean from Cabo Verde, so we did pretty good. And we're out. My wife, of course, and my kids, Mexican. Mexico lost to England. We're out. And now the United States is my last hope team. And we'll see if we're out. Watched all the games except this one. I loved it. To be truthful, I really didn't watch the U.S. I watched Cabo Verde and Mexico a lot. And a lot of the other games, I never really caught the U.S. All right. Yeah, I watched that game too. It was tough. It was tough. England hooked them up. Yeah, James, it did my heart bad too. My grandfather actually had some kids over there as well, so I have aunts and uncles that are Brazilian. So shout out to my peeps. All right, big up everybody. Gracias por todos tus comentarios. James says, yeah, he was surprised they were getting hurt, and that's where his aunt lives, Phoenix. That's what's up. All right, y'all, that's it for me here. I appreciate you and hope to see you G's on the next one. God bless.